Gail from Bigfoot Researchers of the Hudson Valley. I purposely left my chickens closed up today, where one of my hens was in here with Misha, our rabbit, and it was latched. As you can see, this can where I keep their feed was pushed up against the door, and as you can see, there's wire all the way around. There's a little plastic hanging down, but there's no way a chicken could be caught, number one, because they're really, spooky. I don't handle them that much. And get up here in this rabbit pen and lock the door by itself. And now today I left them in and they're out. This door is wide open here. And this is a quandary.
The Hudson Valley is a beautiful region located in upstate New York. Aside from the Catskills, something else has been drawing people to go looking in the woods. Many sightings of a strange ape-like creature known as the Sasquatch, Bigfoot, or Big Man have been on the rise. We decided to go looking for answers for ourselves. That's when we found the Bigfoot Researchers Group of the Hudson Valley, led by Gail Beatty.
I just basically went online, went on YouTube, and just watched everything I could watch from, regular people that were just going out in the woods and looking for them. And then doing my own field research and interviewing local farmers, older people. This is a rural area where we live, so I just said, well, let me try the farmers because they've been here forever. See if they've heard or seen anything. Growing up in the woods and tracking, hunting, fishing, riding horses, I was always with nature. Well, I was a teenager and I said, I'm not going to tell my parents. I'm just going to go camping up on the mountain behind my house. And so I brought my tent and I went up and it started to get dark. And all of a sudden I heard this loud owl. Then a few minutes later or seconds later, I don't even know, I heard the most god-awful, loudest, scream, yell, howl that just scared me to the point where I was frozen with fear. I couldn't move. I was turned white and I started shaking and I thought, whatever this is, it's not human, it's not anything I've ever heard. And the volume of it just shook my chest. Something was up on the mountain and it was after me.
I've always been curious about the unknown. Even as a kid, just very curious. And I think once I had the tracks in my yard, it sparked something. I had some snow on my back porch, which leaked in, and I had just broken my leg a few months before, so I wasn't out walking through the snow, but I made a little path, and I stood there, and I was just looking around, and then all of a sudden I looked around, and I said, what's that? And there was these tracks right across my backyard, and they were 14 inches. So it was on a Tuesday, and it bothered me all week, and Friday night I just sat down and Googled Bigfoot researchers. I don't know, just looked like a Bigfoot. And I found Gail, first thing. And I said, it's a woman, and she's in Red Hook.
We need more people because we like to go out with at least 5 people just for, safety's sake, and, that's what we do. The Sasquatch, I don't think they would like it if I brought too many people.
I'm Heinz Insufenkel, and I teach in creative writing and Asian studies here. But my academic training is actually in anthropology, both cultural and social anthropology. The Bigfoot figure, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, in Tibet, the Yeti, or in China, Almas, it's a global phenomenon. And just about every culture has stories about the wild man, or the hairy, right, ape-like man. and also the little people.
More and more incidents are happening. I don't know if it's, just meant to be, or if there's the population is, growing so much because there's so much food and water and cover here for them. So I think that there's a hefty breeding population of them, and so there's more incidents of people seeing them.
We live in a actually very rich region. The older Native Americans here who used to be part of the Lenape group have retained their culture and part of their folklore. And as you probably know from some of your own investigations, the whole Hudson Valley area is just rife with all kinds of very interesting stories, right? Including stories about Bigfoot.
Gail was nice enough to take us on an expedition and show us her ways and introduce us to many different hotspots. What we found was trouble.
Yeah, they just come with the truck and they stock it with brown trout, rainbow. What's that? A deer leg? Yeah, look, it broke the leg off. How it snapped off. Oh, right? I mean, oh God, this is unbelievable finds. I don't know how far up that might be a toe up there.
We'll go from this area.
Okay.
So it's
about 13 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, if from the Native American point of view, the way you would actually communicate willfully with big man is you have to go into the wild, and then you have to purify yourself spiritually, and then if you're worthy, they will come to you. You don't go to them. You have to put yourself in a condition that will make them regard your presence, and then they will come to you.
We usually use tobacco, loose tobacco, to the 4 directions, and we take it from our left hand and sprinkle it, and we say wanishi, which means friend, and that seems to really draw the Sasquatch in. Anybody wants to with their left hand to the 4 directions.
And then what do you say?
Just say wanishi, that means friend.
Wanishi. Wanishi. Wanishi.
Yeah, sometimes that's what they do. I don't know if the bark is nutritious or, they're using it for something or whatever, but they do it. So I just always look for anything that's not natural to the environment and twisted off branches, some low to the ground, some really high up. We have found carcasses of deer, the bones just picked clean, piled on top of each other. Their necks have been twisted, or they will twist fracture the back leg. It looks like it was plucked out. They're so strong.
Yeah, look at this.
Holy shit.
Look at this chunk.
Oh my God. That's from the back. This is from like the underbelly and the... Yeah, but look at how it's, like you say, plucked.
Plucked?
Whoa. Because the Bigfoot mainly take the internal organs of the deer, and the coyotes follow the Bigfoot, and then they finish off the kill. They just snap them right in half like a pretzel. If they wanted to, they could dismember us like nothing. Yeah, they would pop your head off, rip your arms out of the side if they want to. That's why we do what we do.
What's that hanging there?
I don't, that's a dead goose. Look at it. The head. Oh my God. Right there, that white. But basically the Bigfoot know as soon as we get to the parking lot or before we even enter the woods, they know we're there. They're watching us. So we just casually, walk and filming the whole time. And as you know, we have the camera glasses, and then we use like HD Sony little cameras, but they're watching you all the time.
We had the Indian Music Day. Les Stroud was here, and boy, she's still finding more of them in the trees just out here. She sent me some pictures the other day. She goes, "Can you believe this? They were all over the place, but we didn't see them. They were in the brush back there by the camper, and down the front by the water."
The fact is, they have special abilities, and we call it cloaking, where we have been in the forest and we don't see them, but we're looking with the cameras. We get home, we put the videos on the computer, and there they are.
How they do that, what they do, I don't know.
Gail took us to a Buddhist monastery and let me use her point of view glasses. What we found was surprising.
We get sage, Native American smudging, and we let our intentions, be known that we are there, we're not going to harm them, we are respectful of their land, and that's their home. So we kind of pray before we enter and ask permission before we enter. And we also use these divining rods to locate the Sasquatch. It just points to the direction that the Sasquatch are.
You think that the people carved in this?
Doesn't that look like it?
It kind of does. Huh. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Deep, little cuts.
The Native American approach to them and the non-threatening or aggressive approach works the best. I mean, if you go out there carrying a shotgun and have intentions of harming them, they know it and they will retaliate.
Something or like a document.
Oh, this is my glasses now.
Oh, good. This is the one we want.
We're out here in the editing studio looking at the glass cam footage from the Buddhist monastery that Gail just sent us. And what we're seeing is pretty crazy. There appears to be a dark figure, a light face, somewhere off in the distance behind us. And we didn't even see this when we were out there, so it's pretty curious as to what this is.
Yeah, it's incredible. Since I started this, more and more people are coming forward and telling of their experiences that some of them have held in for 50 years. I mean, I wasn't doing it for any other reason but to, find out the truth for myself, if these creatures exist and if they are here in the Hudson Valley.
So I'm just going to give them their space. Like to get the pictures of them and prove that they are real, because there's so many people that don't think they're real. But I do have much more respect for nature.
this figure is one that is said to be a walker between the worlds. Okay? So what that means is the suggestion is they lived in a mythic time. They were beings that inhabited this plane before humans entered it, and they will probably inhabit this plane after humans leave it. And they have the ability to reveal themselves, okay, to humans when it's necessary. And according to the Hopi, at least, I think probably according to a couple other tribes as well, when they begin to reveal themselves on a large scale, that is a very troubled time for humans.
Sometimes when you go looking for answers, all you really find is more questions. Like, how did that deer bone get twist fractured? And what about that goose head in the woods? I guess all we could really do is speculate and keep searching. Thank you for watching.